Okay. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is apologize for taking so long to make a video. I've been really busy. But I'm not going to apologize about it. And if you're really going to complain that much, come over here and I'll punch you in the throat. And I'm talking really loud. I don't know why. Last week I had a lot of homework to do. Also, I was lazy and I didn't want to record a video because in my free time I'd rather sleep on the bed behind me. That's really what I did with all of my free time. And this weekend was my birthday, so I really didn't have a lot of time to record. I spent my weekend doing fun-filled things like getting my eyes checked, carving pumpkins, going to church, sleeping, and doing absolutely nothing. So I got here last night around 11. Jacob was here, he helped me unload my stuff. You know, I got situated around and I realized I had to take my car back. Now, by then it was around midnight and the shuttles aren't running at midnight. Trust me, this story is going to have a point. So I parked my car, I got out, and I started walking. Now, I didn't want to take forever to get back to the room, so I figured I'd exert a little more energy and walk fast. And you know that walk you do when you're really in a hurry to get somewhere? You kind of put your head down and your arms are flailing and you're making loud footsteps and stuff like that. Well, that's what I was doing. I was trooping my way back to the dorm. So I'm about halfway back, and in front of me, I see this girl kind of come into view. And she's probably 4'10", so she's not very tall. She's wearing a white shirt, and she has a black apron. It looks like she might have been working at Steak and Shake and was coming back. I don't know, but she was on her cell phone, and she was talking to somebody. But like I said, I was walking fast. I was parading my way back to the dorm, and I was making really loud footsteps. And as we continue on our way back to the dorm, I'm gaining ground on this girl. I'm coming up closer to her. And about this time, I start noticing something. I kept my head up from this point on, and I noticed that every once in a while, she'll take her phone and she'll look behind her, and she'll have a really worried look on her face and try to pick up speed. Yeah. And I'm kind of a jerk, so every time she picked up speed, I would pick up speed too. It got to the point where I could say she was between a power walk and a jog. She was moving about that fast, and she's looking behind her very frequently now. She has a very worried look on her face. And I don't want her to think that I'm actually out to kill her or anything, because that's not cool and I don't want to get arrested. So I decided I'd play it up a little bit differently now. So from here on out, every time she would look behind her, I would stop and spin in a complete circle and throw out my hands like this. So after about 4 or 5 times, she started running. That's the end of that story. In other news, I got 3 hours of sleep last night, and I'll tell you why. I signed up for this physical fitness experiment where they take somebody who hasn't been exercising more than 3 times a week and who isn't in shape, and I'm not in shape. I mean, I'm thin, that's okay, but I'm not in shape. So I decided this is a good thing for me to get in shape. It'll motivate me because I'll have to be there. I signed up to do it. So I have to be at this gym at 5:30 this morning. So I get up and I start, putting on clothes, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff, and I make my way over to the gym. Today they had me working on cycling. I sat on a bike and pedaled for about 45 minutes. And you're saying, oh, you're just biking for 45 minutes. My heart rate was at 190 for 45 minutes. So I get done, and I'm obviously really tired, but I think I'm okay. And the ladies ask me, hey, how are you feeling? And I say, I feel okay. I'm feeling a little good. I'm hurting a little, but I'm feeling okay. And as I start to walk out of the gym, it starts to get a little different. I walk out of the gym, and all of a sudden I go, oh no, and I look over and there's a trash can next to me, and I just throw up everything that I had in me into that trash can. But they thought I was fine. I have this bad feeling that I'm gonna meet the girl that thought I was stalking her, and she's gonna stab me in the chest. I've come to a conclusion today, and the conclusion is that the rectangle is the toughest shape there ever was. I'm not sure if that's correct grammar, but just work with me here. And I think I've come to this conclusion because of the square-rectangle relationship. A square is always a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't always a square. And you want to know why that is? Because the rectangle does what it wants. It seems the rectangle and I share a very common belief. And you might not agree with me, and that's okay. I'm just going to hunt you down and once again punch you in the neck. But if you don't agree with me, let me know why. Post a comment, post a video response. I'm trying to get people to start working with me here. So post a comment, post a video response as what you think is the toughest shape. And you might have seen movement behind me this whole time, and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, Josh, there's a monster behind you. But there isn't a monster behind me, people. It's just Ryan. He's my pal. He's just working on his computer, doing whatever until Monday Night Football comes on. And a little side note, the Giants are going to kill the Browns tonight. And I think that's all I got. So, take it easy.